Hey, coming at you. What is today? Thursday. Beautiful day out here in North Carolina. Just got back from a walk with my boys, which I do every morning before I have to get ready for work. But my guys are old enough now that Jack's 13, about to be 14. Deuce is 16, about to be 17. And I really enjoy these times with them because now they're old enough to and mature enough to understand some things that I didn't understand until a few years ago. Mostly because I should say mostly I know they're in the place that they can understand what it is I'm telling them. I didn't have anybody to go through the stuff with me. But today was. I told them, I said, this world that we're living in is built to destroy us, is built to bring us down, to break us. That's what this world is built for. And I don't mean that in a malicious way, because we are put here to enjoy what this is, the beautifulness of what this world is. But as a whole, as a people, as beings, from day very early on, basically, our fate was already determined. And through time, the fate is becoming closer and closer. The destiny is becoming closer and closer. Things get harder and harder. But I told my boys, I said, you guys are responsible for your own feelings, your emotions. You're responsible for your happiness, your joy. I said, you can't depend on other people for it. You can't depend on me for it. You can't depend on your mother, your siblings, your girlfriends, your friends, because they will let you down. This world will chew you up, spit you out. It's harsh. You can love. And that's why I always tell them. So I start my day, every day. Love is patient, love is kind. I know what love is. I love how I want to be loved. But you have to love yourself first. And I don't mean that in a selfish way. But if you can't love yourself, then you can't expect anyone you can't expect anyone else to validate you through anything. It's great to have somebody that feels the same way about you. But at some point, you're going to disappoint and you're going to be disappointed. But it's easier for yourself if you're able to come from a place and love from a place that you feel about your own self. And this isn't to put anybody down. This isn't to put anybody down, because we are here as beings. We're here as we have our own free will. We've been given free will since day one. And as I tried to explain to them, as I did explain to them, our free will sometimes puts us in difficult places, difficult situations, difficult moments. And all we have to look forward to is the next second. Anxiety is looking too far forward, not being able to control what's going to happen. We may have a goal, we may have a dream set, and the anxiety comes from not knowing how you're going to get there, not knowing what's going to happen. You have an end result, but you focus too much on the end result and not the journey, not the path. As I was describing to them as we're taking a walk around the neighborhood, I said, I have a goal of getting to the main road out here, which is about 1.5 miles away. So I have a main goal to get to that highway when I go to work every day, and it takes me to work. But I said, as you notice, I can't just go straight to that road. It's not linear. The path is not linear. I said there are curves, turns, stop signs, obstacles to get me to that road and eventually to work. I said, now imagine you're driving this road at night. And out here, there's no street lights. We're pretty rural out here. There's no street lights. I said, you don't have your headlights on your car. I said, so imagine you don't focus down the road because you can't see down the road. You know where the highway is, but you can't focus on the highway. said you have to focus, for me personally, I had to focus directly what's in front of me. I would say in a car, even if you're walking, you have to focus directly on what's in front of you, your next step. Your next step. And patience is power. Patience is power in that, because you have to be patient. You know where the highway is, but the path is not linear to it. And those that know me know I use that word linear a lot, because that's a word that I've come to know very well over the last 3 years, 4 years. I've been single for almost 5 years, like, and there's a lot of things that I've learned, a lot of things I've had to grow from, and a lot of things that I didn't know until I was put in certain situations about myself. I knew that I had healed from it, but I didn't know how I was going to handle situations. And I told them, I said, don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry, because that's where anxiousness will take root, is when you try to get in a hurry and rush things. You know, you're responsible for, again, you're responsible for your own. You can't be responsible for anyone else, and they're not going to be responsible for you. Whether you're happy, sad, hurt, stuff is going to happen. Situations are going to happen. Moments are going to happen. There are going to be some good ones, but as a lot of you know, there are going to be a lot of bad ones. You could have, in any given day, you could have 100 bad moments and one good moment. I'm not saying dwell on the bad. I'm not saying dwell on the bad, dwell on the good, anything like that. But to break it down, which is what I've had to do, to break it down to that moment where I'm standing, right in that moment. You know, and their mother and myself, we try to instill into our kids, or we do instill our kids, come from a place of love. Love is patient, love is kind. We've all heard it. But operate from that. One, the world needs more of it. More people like that, because this world is harsh. It's very harsh. I've spent time in the harshness of it. Love is not hard. It's not difficult. We make it hard because of the choices we make, choices I've made. I made it a lot harder than it really is. You know, I also tell them that as young men and becoming young men, you know, responsibilities are greater, become greater. And at the base of it, to come from a position of how I came up, where I'm from, you know, I had to reconstruct, and I had to dig deep. I had to do some house cleaning, some true house cleaning, and come to an understanding of who I was and why I was. First, it started with me. I mean, it always started with me. First of all, well, let me take that back. First, it always starts with God, the divine, all of that. That's where it starts from. You have to have a fundamental understanding of that. Second of all, then it starts with me. It started with me, and I had to find out who I was, because I grew up being what everyone else wanted me to be, what I thought I should be. And love with all your heart. Love with all your heart. I told him, I said, it's okay to have girlfriends. That's fine. But love with all your heart. And I said, don't love with the expectations of anything. Just love. And patience is power. Love is not linear. I mean, yes, it is, but this life isn't. So therefore, nothing else really is, other than our relationship with God is my relationship with God, and their relationship with God is linear. It's him and me. But this life can turn anything inside out in a heartbeat. Don't hate. And believe me, there are plenty of opportunity for that. And forgiveness. Forgiveness is big. and it's not for the other person. Yeah, it helps them out, which is a good thing, especially if they're genuine. It's a good thing for them. But forgiveness is for me. Forgiveness is for me, because without that, then I can't love. If I can't forgive, then I can't love. Like, am I in a relationship? No. Is my heart in lockdown? My heart is in total lockdown. Sorry, ladies, but my heart is in total lockdown right now. Do I know the path? No. I know I have to be patient. I know I have to be open-minded, not closed off. But let's just say I know my truth. I know my truth. I know what I'm meant for. I know what I'm supposed to do. And loving is it. That's just who I am. It's nothing grand, nothing spectacular. But I was put here for one reason and one person. And I'm not talking in particular. That's just who I am. But I know that now. So I say that, I'll insert this, is for those of you that have ideas, approach with caution. That's all I say, is approach with caution. Because as a lot of people that are, there's not a lot of people, but those that are close to me, the lot of them understand is that I know that purpose, and I don't throw it around lightly. I don't throw it around. I don't take it lightly. I take it very seriously. So anyway, that's a whole lot of stuff. This is my first video. This is my first time just being vulnerable like this. So I appreciate you guys that have watched it, stuck around for these 12 minutes or so that have watched it. Hope you got something from it. Comment, tell me your stuff. Because I said, I didn't practice this. This is all ad-libbed, right off the cuff. So there's a lot of stuff that I touched on, I didn't go into, a lot of stuff that I want to go into. This is just me getting comfortable. This is number one. I love my kids. I have seven. From the ages of 23 down to the age of 7. My ex-wife and I, she takes care. She has the 4 younger ones that are still at home. Love is patient. Love is kind. And there's more to it. But I don't want to give it all away. I don't want to be that guy. Here and there I will. I'm not even going to give you the verse of where it is. I mean, there's a thing called Google. Do I know the verse? Yes, I know the verse very well. Every day. Just about every moment of every day. It's in my head. I recite it. Bring it. It's in here. That's how I live. That's how I operate. I know my truth, and I'm working towards that. Patience is power. Hopefully that helps some of y'all. Like I said, it's lessons here in the last few months have come fast and furious for me. Very fast and very furious. And I'm thankful for each and every one of them. Very thankful. There's not been a one that's been easy, but they have come fast and furious into my life like I've never known before, just flying at me. And I'm trying to absorb it all. I'm trying to process it all. And I just kind of want to share it all with you. Yeah, you guys see me happy, laughing, right? You guys that watched the video, watched me yesterday, whatever, driving to work and stuff. I mean, that's me too. Those of you that know me, that's me. But there are those of you that have seen me in my depressed state. Those of you that see me in my anxious state. Those of you that have seen me in a very, very, very bad place. Very dark places. Not to say dark places don't still exist, because they will exist as long as this world exists. That's the fate of this world. That's the destiny of this world. That's why I know. But I also know that this world is not going to last forever. And there's better. There's better coming. I love one. I will love one.